Yo, what's going on, man? Fly Free Sports back with another Memphis Grizzlies video. Um, I haven't made one in a while, so I kind of had to update the resume for the Grizzlies content. Um, as I'm sure everybody knows by now, the return of Ja Morant happened a little over a week ago. The Grizzlies 4-0 since then, with the exception of last night losing to the Denver Nuggets without Ja Morant, who was out with the illness, unspecified illness. They said it's non-COVID, so I'm not sure if he'll play tonight against the Clippers or we'll see. But I just had to make this video because I think last night was very, very glaring. It was very telling. Um and I'm gonna address I'm gonna address it from a coaching aspect. Like anybody who's been watching me or just following the content, I recently said, well, not recently, but I've been saying all along that Taylor Jenkins shouldn't be the coach of the Memphis Grizzlies anymore. I reiterated that on the stream that me and Ben did last week, our NBA stream. And last night it kind of just solidified that. You know what I mean? Like I think with Ja Morant being back, it really it masks the deficiencies of Taylor Jenkins, especially on the offensive end. Like there's no fluidity to the offense without Ja Morant. Like it shouldn't be that way. Like we have enough talent on this team to where we should be able to sustain some type of offense even with him not playing. It's kind of ridiculous. Um, the sets are dry. It's just like nobody gets good looks. Everything looks forced. Um, it's just bad basketball. I don't care how you spin it, how you slice it. It's just bad basketball, man. Like I said, Ja Morant being on the floor, it just masks that. Like he draws so much attention to the defense, and he cuts the defense up. He slashes in the paint so easily to get guys good looks or finish himself. Um, a lot of times, they're throwing double teams at him, freeing up a guy. It's just it's an understatement to say that he's the center of the offense. He is Taylor Jenkins' offense when he's out there. So, and I think that showed last night. Like I said, of course, we have another explosive scorer in Desmond Bain, but Desmond Bain is a scorer unto himself. Like he's a scorer to where defenses don't necessarily have to double team him. They can let him get his. Dez can go for 30 at the snap of a finger. We all, if you watch Memphis Grizzlies basketball, Desmond Bain is a dangerous scorer. He can go for 30 at any moment, but he's not the type of player that's going to make guys around him better. He's a perfect secondary piece, and that shows also when Ja Morant plays. Desmond Bain can create offense for himself now. He's improved a lot of parts of his game. He's more of a downhill scorer at times now, as opposed to just a jump shooter like he was 2-3 years ago. So shout out to Desmond Bain, man, for just improving his game and being somebody who can be reliable to score at that clip on a nightly basis. But like I said, he's not a guy that's you're not gonna leave other guys open just because Desmond Bain is going off. You let him get his, and there's nobody else on the team that's gonna provide offense without Ja Morant being there. That's just how it is. I spoke on Jaren Jackson Jr. He's been playing a little better as of late too, since Ja's been back. He's freed up. A lot of his a lot of the times he's gonna be matched up one-on-one with guys, and he has that kind of burst to his game to where he can score on most defenders one-on-one. His problem is just the consistency level and the fact that he doesn't grab enough rebounds. He doesn't grab as many rebounds as he should. Being his size, athleticism, and rebounding and defense is just about effort. It's about want to. So Jaren has to start showing more of that. I know I called for him to be traded on one of my past Grizzlies videos. I still stand on that, even though I think he's a complimentary piece that yeah, I call him a complimentary piece. I think a lot of people are looking for him to be like a part of a big three. I don't really see the big three. It's like a big 2.5 with the Grizzlies. Ja and Desmond Bain are certified in the backcourt. Like to me, and I also said this on social media, I think they're the best backcourt in the NBA for a multitude of reasons. I think they play extremely well off each other, and their games complement each other seamlessly. It's a perfect backcourt fit. We're set there for the next however many years. And I say they're the best backcourt because, a lot of people might say like, oh, Kyrie and Luka, but Kyrie and Luka don't play as well together as Ja Morant and Desmond Bain do. They just don't. Like they don't. Their games don't complement. They're both ISO players who need the ball in their hands to be effective. You know what I mean? As opposed to with Memphis, Ja is the conductor. You know what I mean? He's the conductor, and Desmond Bain plays off of him perfectly. And all the numbers are similar. If you look at Desmond Bain in comparison to Kyrie Irving or whatever, like the numbers are still comparable. And he's just not as big of a name, so people probably won't give him that type of respect when you talk about best backcourts in the league. But if you watch the games, man, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Like those guys play perfectly off each other. Uh like I said, hopefully tonight Ja plays against the Clippers. I don't know what this illness thing is about, but from the looks of things last night, man, we won't win. I'm just gonna go up flat out say it. We won't win without him tonight in LA. Santi Aldama was also out. I don't know when Luke Kennard will be back. He's supposed to be back soon. Hopefully it's tonight or within the next week. Marcus Smart made his return against the Pelicans a few nights ago. Very, very, very big spark not off the bench. Very, very big spark in the fourth quarter. Hit 2 big time threes on the way back into the game. A couple good steals towards the end of the game, one in overtime. Just he's doing the things that you would expect from a veteran like Marcus Smart, who's played in big time games with the Celtics. That game really showed that the game against the Pelicans, really showed that he's supposed to be here, and it showed why we went and got him. There's been a lot of criticism over the first month or two of the season without Ja Morant being there. Marcus Smart kind of was, playing that point guard role, which we don't need from him. Just to be clear, I think a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this trade has been a bust because Marcus Smart can't play point and do that type of shit." But we don't. That's not why we got him. I think people forgot the fact that Ja Morant is the leader of this team. We just need Marcus Smart to be Marcus Smart. We need him to be the same Marcus Smart that he was in Boston. Once Malcolm Brogdon got there. He's more in a comfortable role playing off the ball. And like I said, with Ja Morant out there creating for the offense and creating for all those guys, you don't really need Marcus Smart to be a primary ball handler. It's pointless, especially once Derrick Rose comes back and he gets to play more with that second unit and we start mixing matching lineups and rotations. We'll see what happens with that. But I think once our team gets fully healthy, we're going to be very, very dangerous. Now, I think we're like 5 games out of a play-in spot. And as I've consistently said, I think we will end up in one of those play-in spots. I'm not sure if it'll be, 7 or 10. I think we'll be one of those 4 teams. Trust me. I have no doubt in my mind. I said that before Ja even came back because I knew what type of run we'd go on. But hopefully everybody just remains healthy. I think that's the biggest thing for the rest of the season. I think if everybody else stays healthy, then we have a legitimate shot at not even just the play-in, but winning that play-in and going to the playoffs and playing in a 7-game series. What else we got? Nothing else really has changed as far as my opinion. I think Zaire Williams is a waste of a roster spot. Don't like him at all. Wish we'd get him out of there. I don't know if they're willing to give up on him yet, but I've seen enough. I watch a lot of Memphis Grizzlies basketball. I just don't like what I see from the kid. It's nothing personal towards him. I don't like his game. He just doesn't provide anything for the team. He doesn't provide anything. We have a couple wasted roster spots. Jake LaRavia, he's another one. I don't even think Jake LaRavia plays anymore. I haven't seen him on the court in a while, so he could roll. David Roddy, he shows flashes here and there, but another guy that's not as consistent as we'd like him to be, even though he's better than those guys I just named. I'd like to see a little bit more consistency from him, but he could potentially be a piece moving forward if he continues to improve his game. Now, I don't know if he will or not, but I guess that just remains to be seen. Bismack Biyombo, I'm neither here nor there on him. He's just kind of there. He drops a lot of passes on feeds and misses assignments at times, but we picked him up during the season, so you can't expect him to be just this big addition and play consistently. There was a reason why he was a free agent. So we're getting the most out of him that we can possibly get. Trying to go through these guys individually. Who else? Like I said, Derrick Rose hurt. Santi Aldama was out last night. I think Santi he's played decent ball this year. He's played a little bit better than I thought he would, but he's another one of those guys. Can you trust him in a big moment in the playoffs? Like, I don't know. I'm still kind of upset about us trading away DeAnthony Melton a couple years ago. That really, to me, was a big mistake. Like, we got Danny Green for him, who's no longer on the team. I think we kind of parlayed Danny Green into getting Luke Kennard last year. But the Anthony Melton trade, man, it's just like, looking back at that, is horrible, man. If he was on this team, we'd be in a better position for sure. And I think we'd have won more than 6 games before Ja Morant came back. I think DeAnthony Melton is that kind of player. He's also improved his game in Philly. Like, it's crazy to see him play in Philly and be that productive. Yeah, but I think overall, maybe we make a move at the deadline to get another big man, because that's definitely needed with our rebounding problems. I know Vince Williams comes in and does his thing. He grabs a little bit more rebounds than he probably should. He's another guy, like, he's a solid contributor. He started a lot of the games when Marcus Smart was out. I like Vince Williams Jr. I think he's a very good piece moving forward. I think we keep him as a rotational guy. Yeah, I think, like I said, hopefully at the trade deadline we could get another big man. I think Steven Adams getting hurt when he did, it kind of threw us for a loop. We didn't really have a backup plan, which is why we ended up getting Bismack Biyombo a few games into the season. But we could definitely use another guy, man, to be on the glass for sure. We need more rebounding. We rebound well as a team, but we don't have that one big man that's going to give us second and third opportunities on the offensive end and that kind of thing. So that would be nice if we did address that need. Because, like I said, Jaren Jackson isn't that guy. Jaren Jackson averages like 6 rebounds a game. It's pretty pitiful for his size and athleticism. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. But anyway, man, I think that's really all I wanted to talk about. Like I said, Taylor Jenkins, it shows every single time that Ja Morant is not on that court how bad he is as a coach. And I said it on the stream the other night that Ja Morant is going to single-handedly save this man's job. Now, I don't know for how long. But he's definitely buying him time with the wins that he gets in the meantime off of Ja Morant. it is what it is, man. 12 is saving that nigga's job. Like, and I think that was made very obvious last night how we got smoked on the road by Denver. If Ja plays in that game, we don't get smoked like that. And I think everybody's aware of that by now, just seeing how it was when he came back. Now I know Denver probably was the best team we played in the whole stretch. I'll give you that, but we wouldn't have got beat. Like, even if we lost the game, we wouldn't have lost in the fashion that we lost last night. That shit was embarrassing. We were down 40 points. Like, we're not getting down 40 points with Ja Morant on the floor. It's just not happening. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I just want to see improvement, man, from all the other guys. Like, I want guys to take initiative, man, especially on that glass. I keep stressing on the glass, man. We get out rebounded. We just get out worked. Like, it's ugly. It's ugly, man. So hopefully tonight in LA, 12 plays. If not, we'll fall another game behind the play in. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video today, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe. This is a one-stop shop, man. This is a Grizzlies content video, but if anybody follow me, y'all know I do all the shit, man. I do everything. So yeah, lock in with me, man. Fly Free Sports. I am Fly Free CT, signing off.